Hi guys, Ethereal Awakening here, doing individual zodiac sign readings. I do want to start my videos with an apology. In the past videos, I've said I do not want to focus solely on romantic relationships, and partially that still is true. However, I'm going to start doing the you and them readings, and you get to be the another intuitive part in this partnership, discerning who the other person is, which one's you, which one's the other person, and what that relationship is. Because my relationships with my parents, with my siblings, with my kids, with my partners, have been the greatest teachers. So, in order for me to really feel like I'm doing my part, I want to provide you with a reading that helps sharpen your intuition and also gives you the insight that you're seeking. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into this Aries reading with a couple oracle cards, one for your position, one for their position, and some tarot, and see where they go. So, Spirit, what messages do we have for Aries today? And whoever they're involved with, whoever they're seeking guidance for. All right. Breakthrough. Try to get this without the glare on there. That's the first card, and then the other card is mindfulness. So let's read from the book, and you can decide which one of these energies fits for you and which one fits for whoever you're seeking some guidance for or through. The breakthrough card. The expression of the soul cannot be opposed. Preserved beyond the veils of fear, doubt, and self-interest. Obstructions dissolve when embraced. All is well. The expression of the soul cannot be opposed. Preserve beyond the veils of fear, doubt, and self-interest. Obstructions dissolve when embraced. All is well. So this to me is speaking on someone who's been living in a lot of doubt and fear and, stagnation, not wanting to really, comfortable in the pain. That's the word that just came to me. Comfortable in the pain. Comfortable with what has always been. Even though it's been hard, but you're ready. There's a breakthrough. There's a discomfort in the breakthrough. However, and one of the best metaphors for that is having a baby. Once the baby crowns, it's all, but there's a breakthrough up until that point where there's a lot of pain and discomfort, and then you get this beautiful little life. So it's recognizing that in any breakthrough, even an emotional or spiritual breakthrough, there's this discomfort that comes from that moment until, and like it says, what did it say? How did it put it? Obstructions dissolve when embraced. So the embracing of the breakthrough itself, that breakthrough and embrace are kind of the same imagery there. That's the same, that crowning. As soon as it happens, then, that fear, the obstructions actually dissolve. And you get the beauty of the baby. Or the whatever else. That is a metaphor. I mean, it can be literal, but it's a metaphor for all of the things that we fear doing. The best things in life are on the other side of fear. So one of you is getting ready to just take the plunge, while the other one is in mindfulness. And this mudra is the Hakini mudra, the handshake. Remain focused but alert to details, alternatives, and contingency. Resolution is at hand. And I like to think of the hand shape, the mudras there is like a spade. It's in the shape of a spade, and spades are representative of the swords suit in the tarot. So it's like there's a truth around the light in this card. So it's, you know, remain focused. The focus being on that light. Remaining in the light keeps my focus in truth and light. So one of you is getting ready to, you know, start something new, breakthrough of some sort, while the other one of you is, I'm getting this sense of trying to find a way of remaining focused through whatever you guys are going through. It could be siblings, it could be two sisters, it could be, you know, you'll have to discern for yourself what the relationship is, who and which energy is which, just based on, well, these first oracle cards. Now I'm going to pull some tarot and dive in a little deeper, see what more of the story is unfolding between you and them. I hope you guys like these readings a little bit better. All right. So Aries, Aries, Aries. What is going on with you and your person? All right, that looks good. So, under breakthrough, I've got the Page of Swords, and this is in the heart space. I'm going to pull 3. Heart space, past, and future. In the past, 8 of Rods. And King of Cups in the future. And this is these readings that I'm going to do, this is something that's going on now. You're seeking guidance for now. So if this is, and you know, so this is, when I say past, this is like recent past. So there's these rods in this deck, this is the Essential Tarot by Mary Hanson-Roberts. They're pointed down. So to me, this is harsh communication. So one of you or both of you were involved in some harsh communication. And here's this page in the heart space on this breakthrough. You know, that's exactly, this little page in the heart is ready to remove this type of communication that comes through. The spitting, the spatting, the tit for tat, whatever it is, because when I see these rods pointed downwards, that's not up to the light, up to heaven, up to the, you know, where the Creator is. And to me, that's just pointing down to the negative, to the, you know, the harsh things that were said. And, you know, this page is in the heart, you know, kind of reflecting over what was said and what was true and what wasn't true. And honestly, you can't really, you know, for the other person to sit there and say, well, that wasn't true, that they said this and that wasn't true and that wasn't true. You will chase your tail for days. It is not up to you to determine what other people's truths for them. If they try to get it over on you, it's on you whether you accept it or not. Know your own truth. And that's what this page is trying to do. This page in your heart space, or their heart space, is just trying to make sense of what was true, what was not true, what to take, what to leave. But the future, or the, you know, the outcome here is this King of Cups. And he is emotionally balanced. So I believe this breakthrough that you're going through, this time that one of you is going through, where you're, you know, because of this communication, because you want to make sense of it, and you're ready to do some hard emotional work, you will come out with like the King of Cups. You will have some emotional balance through this. Under the mindfulness, the Queen of Pentacles is in the heart space. So this refocused energy that I was getting the sense of, this person is just trying to kind of grasp at something physical in their heart. They want something to hold on to. And this is a heart energy. In the past, the Three of Pentacles. So this was something that, you know, the two of you, well, at least this other person really wanted to come together. This was something that they thought would come together. They wanted, I mean, this is all pentacle energy. This is something very physical that they were wanting. I mean, and so the refocus has to be on what is it that I physically want. Was it this thing with this other person? You know, what do I want with this other person? Where the breakthrough person is just seeking out honesty throughout all the communications and all the crap. I just want to know what's the truth, and ready to do the hard work internally to figure that out for themselves. Where the other person is looking at what's around them and trying to refocus through that. This didn't come together. Did it come together? And we've got the Seven of Cups as the cups are in both the positions of the outcome. So there's an emotion. One of them, one of you through a breakthrough is going to find some emotional fulfillment, while the other one is going to recognize that although this may or may not have come together the way you planned, the options are still there. There's still all kinds of emotional fulfillment out there. This is almost like this person on the mindfulness side who's refocusing is needing to learn that when you narrow-mindedly put your focus into one thing coming together so hard, you're limiting God's potential for you. And that will leave you feeling stuck. The Nine of Pentacles is the underlying energy between these two. So there's some definite independence on both people's. So I want to say that this is coming from a codependent kind of energy on this reading. Both of these people were definitely seeking something outside of themselves for fulfillment. And with the Seven of Cups present, and then, these 8 rods on the other side. To me, that is, because that's, the harsh communication that comes from being dissatisfied. When you don't have to be so harsh in your words with other people when you feel a fulfillment and an abundance, and you're coming from a light position. So a light position, a position of light. So when you have that harsh communication with people you care about, it's coming from this lack sense, this place of, well, you are not doing what I think you should do, and that's unfulfilling to me. That's codependency. And then, on this mindfulness side, wanting something to come together so specific. We got the Queen of Pentacles, just so. But then, it not really, it obviously there was something that fell apart here between the two of you, because the Seven of Cups in that future, it can be empty endeavors. It can be, pipe dreams, chasing, temporary satisfaction or instant gratification. But it also can be choices, and it could be the options that God has available for you when you stop narrow-mindedly focus on what you want so specific. It's like God knows what you want, but you can't put so specific on it has to be with this certain person. Me and my mom have to have a relationship that looks like this. God doesn't want you to put that narrow of a scope on what the possibilities are, because that narrow of a scope will leave so much room for disappointment. And the codependent energy there is relying on your mom, or relying on your significant other, or whoever else this person could be to you, for some sort of fulfillment. When you're fulfilled independently with this Nine of Pentacles, that is the energy between you. This is that energy of not needing another person outside of yourself to be emotionally fulfilled, abundantly fulfilled. Everything that you need and want and have, you've gained through learning about yourself and being an independent soul, able-bodied and creative and fulfilled. And this is all a recognition of faith, a recognition of true self-worth and true self-appreciation and true self-love. So I'm going to pull 2 more cards as outcomes between Queen of Cups. So we do have a Queen and King here. So as one of you guys is, you know, really recollecting and really going through some communication to find truth for yourself, again, reflecting on this independent nature between the two of you that needs to be struck for, you know, a removal of that codependent energy. I'm seeing that King and the future position for the person seeking the truth through all that communication. Now I'm seeing the Queen in between the two of you as an outcome. So I do believe that this relationship will mend. Whoever, you know, it could be two girls, it could be two guys, but one of you, like I said, one of you is really going through the information, like if you had a fight, like one of you guys is really going through all of the words that were said for truth. So there can be some sort of emotional closure for themselves, some emotional balance. There's a breakthrough here. So something that they're going to recollect is going to strike a truth within them that helps them to advance to a more emotionally balanced position. And then the other person who is really just trying to refocus that, you know, not having something come together just like they wanted to isn't really a negative thing. It's not a bad thing, because it's opening you back up to, oh yes, because I did that, I'm limiting what God can do in my life. And that's really going against the infinite power of God. And I want to be in this Seven of Cups that has the endless possibilities and options for me. So the best way to go about that from between the two of you is this independence. And because there's that Queen of Cups that's now opened up in between you two as the resolution, I'm seeing that the two of you will work this out. There's the emotional, at least on an energetic level. Now, I'm not saying that you guys will physically come back together. I mean, that Nine of Pentacles, there's a possibility. Do not limit what the possibilities of God, you know, don't limit that. I can't, but I mean, there will be this energetic understanding, even if you never set your eyes on this person again. And this is if. I'm not saying that will or won't happen. I'm just saying, if you never did, please know that there will become an understanding between the two of you of what this was all about on an emotional level. I'm going to pull one more card, see if, I mean, and then with that Nine of Pentacles up there, that independence that you guys will seek between the two, you know, individually, is going to be that, how that comes together. When you guys are independently so fulfilled with yourselves, that's going to be when this emotional, and this emotional, energetic acceptance of what happened and what it was supposed to teach you will bring you this emotional acceptance of each other's role in your life, if that makes sense. And I've got the Ten of Cups. So, and this is, if not with this person, with you will be emotionally. This will be the stepping stone, if you don't ever see this person again, to the next person who comes in, and that emotional fulfillment, because you'll recognize it. Having gone through this, there will be a recognition of this other person, or this person coming back. Either way, because you've gone through this relationship will either grow stronger in an emotional abundance that you'll be able to sustain, or when the new love comes along, that, you know, and I'm not saying if it's your mother, you know, or your child, that, but when, you know, when a rekindling of this relationship or future relationships happens, you'll have a better understanding of the dynamics of any new relationship that comes for having gone through this. I hope this made sense, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time, Aries.